Hey guys, and welcome to the second video of this series, where we aim to find out which Kanto starter is best with a series of solo runs. Pikachu set the bar last time out, winning the champion battle in Pokemon Yellow at level 80. Looking at Charmander's move pool in Gen 1, I'm expecting the fire type to be able to beat that standard in today's video. With that said, let's have a look at what we're working with. I was surprised to see that Charmander's actually more of a physical attacker in Gen 1, with his special stat at just 50. The biggest concern is the low HP stat, but hopefully having access to moves such as Dig and Body Slam early in the game will help to mitigate this. As always in this series, Charmander's final score will be determined by what level we can beat the champion battle at. Level 80 is the score to beat, so let's see how we get on. We kick off the challenge by naming our newly acquired Charmander Sriracha, before immediately jumping into our first rival battle. Squirtle can't hit us with any water attacks at this point, so it goes down fairly easily. After acquiring the Pokedex, the first thing we have to do is train Sriracha up to level 9 in Viridian Forest in order to learn Ember. Once Sriracha learns Ember, we tear through the bug catchers in Viridian Forest, one-shotting all of their Pokemon. We're going to want to be at level 14 for the Brock battle, as this will make us faster than his Onix, and this just makes the whole fight a whole lot easier. His Geodude goes down fairly easily to a series of Embers, and we level up just in time to face his Onix. Now that we're faster, we're able to see every time Onix uses Bide. This means we can safely switch to Growl before switching back to Ember once the Bide has failed. It's a long battle, but we're never in any danger of losing. And not even a crit from an Onix tackle can stop us from taking down Brock's ace and earning our first badge. We make sure to fight all of the trainers on Route 3, as we'll need the experience for the Misty battle. While we're on Route 3, we make sure to grab a Spearow. We won't be able to use this in battle, but it will come in handy later in the run. Next up is Mount Moon, and while all of the early trainers are easily skippable, we make sure to beat the 2 bug catchers and the last with the Audition Bellsprout for easy experience. As well as taking down this rocket while we grab TM01 for Mega Punch. Make sure to grab this as we'll be needing it for the upcoming second rival fight. That just leaves us with the 2 mandatory trainer battles. First is the Rocket Grunt. His Rattata is able to land a couple of quick attacks, but 2 Embers from Sriracha does the job. His Zubat then barely puts up a fight, only able to land a Leech Life for 1 HP before going down. We don't bother healing for the Super Nerd fight. I open up with Ember, but quickly realise that Sriracha's newly learned Mega Punch does more. This allowed Grimer to get off 1 more pound than it should have, but a second Mega Punch takes him down. Mega Punch nearly one-shots Voltorb before we switch to Ember to finish the job. Super Nerd's final Pokemon is Coughing. Mega Punch does around half before Coughing misses with Smog. A second Mega Punch does just enough to take down the Poison type, and we've made it through Mount Moon. This is the point in the run where we'd normally go and take on Misty, but instead we're going to have a crack at the second rival battle. We get off to a good start as Pidgeotto doesn't go for Sand Attack, and instead hits us with 2 Gusts. We're faster though, and Mega Punch with 3 shots take down our rival's opening Pokemon. Next is Abra, which can't fight back and goes down to Ember. We switch back to Mega Punch for Rattata, who misses a Tail Whip before going down without landing a hit. Last up is Squirtle. We learn Mega Punch for this exact battle, and we luck out and get a Crit immediately, which takes Squirtle down to 2-shot range. Squirtle then misses his tackle before going down to a second Mega Punch. That battle went much better than I expected. Next up is Nugget Bridge. The Bug Catcher goes down easily to Ember, the last goes down almost as easily to Mega Punch, the youngster's Ekans then wastes a few turns with Wrap, but barely does any damage. We took a couple of hits from the next last's Pokemon, but we're still never in danger of losing. Before the final junior trainer's Mankey gets a crit that takes Sriracha down to 5 HP. We take it down with Mega Punch, but we're in bad shape. We heal up before taking down the Rocket with a series of Mega Punches. Then we make our way incident-free through Route 25 and collect the SS ticket from Bill's house. This is where this run will diverge from a traditional run, as instead of taking Misty on now, we head through the house that's opened up after grabbing the SS ticket from Bill and grab a Dig TM from the Rocket Grunt. We immediately teach Dig to Sriracha and clear out the trainers on Route 6 as we head to the SSN. While on the SSN, we make sure to grab the TM for Body Slam and use it to replace Mega Punch. Body Slam is just a better version of Mega Punch with 85 base power and much better accuracy. Then it's time to take on the third rival fight. His team goes down even quicker now that we have Body Slam. His Pidgeotto is a 2-shot, as is his Raticate. His newly evolved Kadabra goes down in 1 shot, and we even get the Paralyze on Wartortle. We grab the HM for Cut while we're here, but we won't be able to use it outside of battle until we beat Misty. Which means it's finally time to take on the Water Gym. Before leaving Vermilion though, we trade the Spearow we caught earlier for Dr. Farfetch'd, who we'll be using as an HM slave for the rest of the run. With that done, it's finally time for Misty. We need to be at level 30 for her Starmie, as we can only live 1 Bubble Beam, so we need to outspeed. I use the gym trainers to level up on, and much like in the Brock fight, we level up after taking down Misty's first Pokemon, who goes down to a single dig. At level 30, Sriracha learns the move Slash, which has an increased critical hit chance. Now that we're level 30, we're faster than Starmie, so 2 Slashes take down Misty's Ace, and we finally earn our 2nd badge. With the Cascade badge in hand, we're now able to use Cut outside of battle, but rather than head back to Vermilion, we're actually going to head through Rock Tunnel next, as overall, we'll save some time in the long run. We get through the Rock Tunnel with little trouble. Dig takes care of the Rock types, and Slash deals with everything else. Once we're through, we head straight to Celadon and grab a fresh water from the department store. This opens up Saffron, and we're able to head south back to Vermilion City. At this point, we're way over level for Surge, so we're able to make short work of his team. Voltorb and Pikachu go down to Slash, and Raichu goes down to 1 dig. With a 3rd badge acquired, we now have a choice. We can take on the Grass Gym, or we can head to the Game Corner to take down the Rocket Hideout. I opt to go after Team Rocket, but we're comfortably strong enough at this point to do either. Almost all of the Rockets in the Hideout are optional battles, so we head straight for the Lift Key. The battle itself doesn't last long. Sriracha one-shots Coughing with Dig before taking down Zubat with Body Slam. With the Lift Key acquired, it's time to face Giovanni. Dig one-shots his Onix before Rhydon holds on just long enough to land a Horn attack. His Kangaskhan's a lot bulkier though. Slash looks like it's going to be a 3-shot, so we switch to Dig, but that does about the same. Kangaskhan's able to do some good damage, but a 2nd Dig finally takes down Giovanni's final Pokemon. The Grass Gym is our next stop, and we use the gym trainers to level up to level 38 so that Sriracha learned Flamethrower. Sriracha's newly learned Flamethrower meant that the Erica battle went about as easily as you'd expect. While we don't quite one-shot Victory Bell or Vileplume, the battle's still over in double quick time. The rival fight in Lavender is a similar story. As Slash one-shots Pidgeotto, we switch to Dig for Growlithe, and then Flamethrower for Execute. Kadabra's frail, so goes down to a Slash, but Wartortle's bulky, so is able to hold on. Bubble's a weak move though, so that does nothing, and the 2nd Body Slam takes down our rival's final Pokemon. Abilities don't exist in Gen 1, so Dig takes down the Ghost in Pokemon Tower with ease. The Rockets also don't put up much of a fight, and we have the Poke Flute before you know it. This opens the map up for us, so we make our way down to Future City for our battle with Koga. This can be one of the battles in these challenges where the levels can start to catch up with you, but I thought we could get through this one without any additional grinding. Koga's opening Coughing's not quite a one-shot, but it misses its Smog and goes down without landing a hit. 2 Digs take care of Muck, with the Sludge Pokemon missing a Poison Gas in between. Koga's 2nd Coughing is a mirror image of the first, which just leaves his Weezing. Koga's final Pokemon lands a critical hit for massive damage and also poisons us. We look to be in trouble, but Weezing also misses a Smog, which allows us to hit a final Slash to finish off a Poison Gas Pokemon just in time and earn us the Soul Badge. Having the Soul Badge allows us to use Surf outside of battle, so we fly back to Pallet Town and surf our way down to Cinnabar Island. Blaine feels like the easier fight than Sabrina, so we grab a secret key from Pokemon Mansion and take on the Fire Gym next. Blaine doesn't put up much of a fight, as Dig is a one-shot on his first 3 Pokemon. His Arcanine then has 3 chances to hit us, but Blaine wastes every turn using Roar, a move that does nothing in trainer battles in Gen 1. This allows us to hit a final Slash to take down Arcanine and win our 6th badge. With Blaine defeated, there's only one place for us to go next, the 5th rival battle at Silphco. This is a big step up in difficulty, so we need to prepare. Before meeting our rival, we head to the 7th floor and grab the TM for Swords Dance. We immediately teach it to Sriracha, and the move we're replacing is actually going to be Slash. While Slash is a great move with its increased critical hit chance, both Body Slam and Dig will do more damage after one Swords Dance than a critical hit Slash would. And since critical hits ignore stat changes, getting one after putting up a Swords Dance is going to be actively bad for us. With Swords Dance on Sriracha, we jump into the rival battle. Pidgeot goes down to 2 flamethrowers, and our rival sends out Growlithe next. We use this opportunity to set up 2 Swords Dances so that we're +4 in attack. Now, we're ready to sweep. We use Dig to take down Growlithe, Flamethrower to take down Execute, and Body Slam for Alakazam. His Blastoise actually holds on from a Dig, but Gary wastes his turn using a Potion, so we finish him off with a second Body Slam. With our rival down, it's time to face Giovanni. Dig takes down his Nidorino before we switch to Flamethrower for Kangaskhan. Giovanni wastes his turn using a Guard Spec, so we switch to Body Slam to finish her off. Rhyhorn's out next, so we switch to Flamethrower to take advantage of its low special stat, leaving Giovanni with just his Nidoqueen. Dig takes away most of Nidoqueen's health before Giovanni once again wastes his turn, allowing us to hit a second Dig to win the battle. With Team Rocket defeated, we're free to take on Sabrina's Psychic Gym. Due to our high level, we're faster than most of her team, so we're able to one-shot Kadabra and Mr. Mime with Body Slam before switching to Flamethrower to deal with Venomoth. Her Alakazam is still faster than us though, and sets up a Reflect, meaning our Body Slam doesn't do much. We get hit by a Psywave before switching to Flamethrower to get around the Reflect. Despite us now using special moves, Alakazam goes for another Reflect, allowing Sriracha to hit a final Flamethrower to earn us our 7th badge. We fly back to Viridian City for our final showdown with Giovanni. 2 Digs deal with his opening Rhyhorn before he sends out Dugtrio. Dugtrio is faster than us, but this actively works against the ground type as we're able to follow his digs with a dig of our own. This means that Dugtrio's dig misses, but Sriracha's hits. We repeat the trick, and Giovanni's second Pokemon is down. Nidoqueen's out next, and we use the opportunity to set up a Swords Dance. Body Slam takes us below half health, but we're able to one-shot Nidoqueen with our newly powered up dig. Nidoking suffers the same fate, but his Rhydon is able to live our first shot. Luckily, Giovanni stays true to form and wastes his turn using another Guard Spec. We're now free to finish Rhydon with a second dig and earn our final badge. With Team Rocket disbanded forever, all that's left between us and the Elite Four is our 6th rival battle. As always, Gary opens with Pidgeot, but the bird's no longer a 2-shot with Flamethrower. Luckily, our rival wastes both of his turns using Whirlwind, another move that does nothing in trainer battles in Gen 1. He sends Rhyhorn out next and digs a 2-shot, with Rhyhorn missing a Horn Drill on the turn he could have attacked us. Gary sends his Growlithe out, and once again we take the opportunity to set up. We Swords Dance twice, meaning we're +4 in attack, and there's no way that Growlithe is living a dig after that. We Flamethrower Execute for a 1-shot, before Alakazam outspeeds us to hit a Psybeam. We hold on with 35 HP and paralyse the Psychic type with a Body Slam. This means that we're faster, and a second Body Slam finishes the job. Blastoise is out last, and our dig does less than half after a withdrawal. Blastoise withdraws again as we switch to Body Slam, and it looks like it may not even be a 3-shot. Blastoise withdraws one more time, but we then get a crit that ignores all the defense buffs and takes down Blastoise to get us through the penultimate rival battle. That battle showed that we're unlikely to get through the Elite Four at this level, so I decided to train Sriracha up to level 60 before trying our luck. These are our stats going in. If you're enjoying the video, hit that subscribe button and let me know down in the comments if you think we can win or not. Lorelei is up first. We open up with Flamethrower, but Dugong immediately goes for rest to sleep off the damage. With a sleeping opponent, we use the opportunity for a free setup. We're able to get to +4 before Dugong wakes up, but our dig isn't quite strong enough to take Dugong down in one hit. Luckily, Lorelei decides to use rest again, and Dugong is straight back to sleep. This gives us a free turn to use another Sword Dance and get all the way to +6, which makes our dig strong enough to one-shot Lorelei's opening Pokemon. Even at +6, we're not quite strong enough to one-shot Cloyster though, but Lorelei wastes her chance to use a water move by using a Super Potion, so we're able to finish off her second Pokemon with a Body Slam. Slowbro also hangs on from a dig, and I'm starting to have doubts if we'll be able to beat the Elite Four at this level. Luckily, Slowbro withdraws and we can finish it off with another Body Slam. Dig is a one-shot on Jinx, but it's not even a 2-shot on her Lapras. A Hydro Bomb takes away most of our health, and then we get incredibly lucky. Instead of finishing us off with literally any of her water moves, Lorelei begins using Super Potions every turn. Our Flamethrower seems to be doing just over 50 damage, So a couple of turns later, Lapras goes down and we're through the first member of the Elite Four. Bruno's up next, and he proves to be a lot easier than Lorelei. Dig doesn't do much first turn against his opening Onix, so we switch to Flamethrower and get a critical hit to take down the Rock Snake. We open up with a Body Slam against Hitmonchan and get the Paralysis, before switching to Flamethrower to take him down. Flamethrower one-shots Hitmonlee before we start setting up against his second Onix, as I want to be at +6 attack for his Machamp. We only get hit by one Rock Throw in the process of setting up our 3 Swords Dances. We then switch to Dig, which one-shots Bruno's penultimate Pokemon. Machamp's out last, and even at +6, Dig's not a one-shot. Bruno wastes his turn using Leer though, and Body Slam takes down his final Pokemon. We move on to Agatha, and since Gen 1 has no abilities, most of her team are weak to Dig. Her opening Gengar misses Hypnosis first turn, allowing Sriracha to dive underground and one-shot Agatha's opening Pokemon. Golbat's out next and is part flying, so we switch to Flamethrower. It takes away around half health, and Golbat uses Haze, meaning we can't set up until we've taken it down. A second Flamethrower leaves Golbat with a Sliver, but it misses Supersonic, so we're free to take it down with a Body Slam. Agatha sends out Haunter, but it's a one-shot to Dig. Agatha sends out her second non-ghost type next, and Arbok is able to hold on from our Dig, only for Agatha to switch out to her final Gengar, who immediately confuses Sriracha. We hit ourselves in confusion, only for Gengar to use Dream Eater while we're awake. We break through confusion second time around and dive underground, only for Agatha to switch back into her damaged Arbok. Our bad confusion luck continues as we hit ourselves again, but next turn our confusion ends and we're finally able to finish off Agatha's penultimate Pokemon. Her final Gengar's back out and misses a Toxic, before Dig takes the Ghost type down to low health. Gengar Toxic lands second time around, but it's too little too late, as Sriracha lands a Flamethrower to take down Agatha's final Pokemon, and we move on to Lance and his Dragons. Or we would have, if we could get past his Gyarados. Sriracha's not strong enough to one-shot the Water type without setting up, and Hydro Pump one-shots Sriracha from full health. We're going to have to train some more. We come back at level 67 for another crack, and we get an incredibly lucky run where the RNG gods are looking down on us, and Gyarados misses 3 Hydro Pumps in a row. This is incredibly lucky, so I did go back and test this, and we can just about survive 1 Hydro Pump at this level. Once we're at +6, we switch to Body Slam, and one-shot the Gyarados still at full health. Dig one-shots both of Lance's Dragonairs, so he sends out his Aerodactyl. Body Slam's an easy 2-shot, and Aerodactyl's bite barely hurts, so we go into the Dragonite fight at almost full health. Body Slam nearly one-shots Lance's Ace, and we get the Paralyze. Slam kind of hurts, but Lance doesn't heal, so a second Body Slam finishes off Dragonite, and we've made it through to the champion fight. As always, Gary leads off with his Pidgeot, and we immediately begin setting up. Pidgeot wastes a turn using Whirlwind, before hitting a Sky Attack for big damage. But by this point we're already at +6, and Body Slam is a one-shot. Alakazam is out next, and Psybeam takes us down to low health, before Sriracha gets another one-shot with Body Slam. Rhydon and Arcanine both go down to Dig, before Exeggutor just about holds on from a Body Slam. Luckily, Barrage misses, and Sriracha's free to follow up with a Flamethrower. Gary's final Pokemon is his Blastoise, but we're faster, and at +6 attack, 1 Dig is enough to take down our rival's final Pokemon and see us crowned Pokemon League champion with just a level 68 Charmander, meaning Charmander's taken 12 levels off of the marker set by Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow. And that's the video. If you guys enjoyed, please drop it a like, it really does help. And while you're down there, why not subscribe to the channel? I upload a new Pokemon challenge video every Saturday. Charmander proved to be a pretty easy run though. The Fire type has a great move pool in Gen 1, and having access to Swords Dance definitely shaved a few levels off our final score. If you enjoy this kind of content, I have a playlist where you can check out all of my Pokemon challenge videos. I'll put a link down in the description. And that's the challenge. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.